Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, and the house that's been built by guys from Boomer to Diggs. Home to the Maryland Terrapins, where the fans are eager to welcome visitors into the shell. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Nebraska's will be in a hole thanks to that short return. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continued to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll bring it back. It's Chubb. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will try to get something going with their first possession. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
I just does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays. So him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, it's out! And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
Man, what a break. Great job.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. After a disastrous turn of events on that opening drive, they can tie it up if they can get it in here. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. This quarterback part of their running game. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Trying to bully their way in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. USF looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Bulls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Getting some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Such an advantage when you have an athletic quarterback today in college football because they can help you move the sticks with their legs. Great open field running ability by this QB.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking deep. So close to a huge gain there, but he makes the catch out of bounds. It's incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. They'll leave it with him. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Finds his tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
It is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Well, you love to see that, right? They put themselves in a position at the end of the half to take the lead. They put it on their kicker. He knocks it through the uprights. So nothing but good vibes for this team now with the lead heading in at halftime.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Crosses to 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Terrapins have this offense rolling. Got it behind the line. It's Matthews.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback will audible. The give headed toward right tackle. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intent.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They feed him again. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the tackler. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, what a move! He now has 63 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. It's Pryor. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Works the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to him. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Off the play fake. Unleashes one deep. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Coming, looking deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
It's complete. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They run the reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
Pulls it in. It's Chubb. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Might as well stick with him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a 1st down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's moving out of the pocket. It's complete to the right. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Terrapins will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. The offense set for a 1st down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. The Cornhuskers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Gets open down the middle. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want...
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. And it's picked off at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost you.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He's got great speed, but the ball pops out on the return. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David